my skin fade marinate. We got tossed up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. #1.
Here we go, bucket off the pick and roll. Sham, gotta go, we don't move it scary.
Last time a shed a tear, that when Prince died. Cause if we rockin', then you know we rockin' like it's Slipknot.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Southern California as we've got playoff football ahead in the City of Angels. But just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game. And we got a great one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And no run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. They go play action. Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it right. There he goes, left side. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, Vikings. K.J. Osborne, 60 yards. And the Vikings are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Here's Madison running on first down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. On play action, Cousins. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Rams are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. A first run now for Kyron Williams. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Kyron Williams
taking it in from 24 yards out.
And the Rams are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 3.
Another carry now for Madison. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Throwing is Cousins.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Cousins going to change it up.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there. It looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's going to pick up the first down and then some as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Of course, he's coming off that monster game in their wild card victory, but that's his first catch here in the divisional round.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. 7-7, our score after 1. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Cousins to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Cousins now on second down, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Throwing, Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Following the interception, Cousins. Oh, and that is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Cousins. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Cousins now. And his throw here's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. A quick throw there is incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They're going for it. Here's Madison. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Akers, a 10-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On second down, Williams trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action, Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Play fake, Cousins. Open man is Osborne. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. To throw, Cousins. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They'll throw again. Cousins. There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Blankenship out for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. He's going to wind up and air it out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Trey Flowers picks it.
And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Osborne. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And oh, he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand They've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Short throw. It's Higbee. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
And now Stafford's going to move him around.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And now here's another interception. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
17 yards is the pick up there for number 17.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Akers will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So
and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Vikings continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Hey, 70! Ready,
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. Muscles him off. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They give it to Williams, running right. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. A give to Williams, running right. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Come on.
2nd down and 3.
Wait, 7.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Third and 8.
Alert!
Stafford. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
102 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Williams
is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
3rd and goal. Try to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Williams. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. How about this? They'll change it at the line. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Patterson now for the extra point. And the lead is down to 20. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles, so the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory.